I have a genuine admiration for a lot of these. I'm not exactly sure what to call them for simplicity's sake. Let's say gal pal among the senior age bracket team movies. I don't know if there's necessarily a distinct name for them, but I do find these to be pretty enjoyable releases, especially whether you watch them in streaming or in the theater. They're real crowd pleasers. And there's been a lot lately, whether they be the book club series, or which is evolving now of a sequel. I can't wait for that. Or Palms. I liked that one too. These movies are quite fun. I think in part for me they evoke a bit of a Golden Girls energy, and I love that show. Of course, classic American sitcom, and I highly recommend it if you've never watched it. Everybody should. It's such a funny show. I love that. But I like that type of spirit and camaraderie and approachability that's existent within this type of cinema fare or television fare, again, whatever bracket you look at. 80 for Brady is the newest entry along those lines, and this is quite a group. I'm actually really interested to see them. Though I've seen Jane Fonda a lot lately. And Lily Tomlin also. She's appearing in a couple of her projects. I mean, she's been around for a while, but I'm thinking, what's that other one that's coming out? I forget what company is releasing. It's like Roadside Flicks. Moving on. And she's starring out with Jane Fonda. Again, Jane Fonda's been in a lot of movies lately, whether it be that one or 80 for Brady or the book club sequel. She's coming back for that too, and she's probably been in many more maybe I'm forgetting about along these types of lines of similar parallels to this movie. But I'm genuinely interested in this. I mean, I haven't looked at it too much in detail. I think it's probably an even more approachable film than just on the female camaraderie line, given that I did hear a recent story about this movie. If I understand this right, Paramount and theaters are able to work out a deal where the ticket fare is cheaper as an attraction point for the senior age crowd that might not necessarily be going to the theaters. I think in some explanations I can understand why. Just not all the film fare that exists these days is that endearing or satisfying, but yeah, I find it a clever move, right? And maybe there's a larger story behind that I'm not exactly aware of at the moment, but hopefully this movie does well. I mean, I genuinely am charmed by these. I think this movie should be equally as fun, at least from the casting roster as a group. But let's take a look at this movie in detail for those of you who perhaps have not considered 80 for Brady yet. This is the IMDb pitch. A group of friends made it their lifelong mission to go to the Super Bowl and meet NFL superstar Tom Brady. Isn't he retiring? Forget. There was somebody right about him the other day. I don't pay attention to sports other than the Super Bowl and for the sake of the movie trailers. That's about it. I could care less about football. But I find that kind of interesting. Obviously, these women, and maybe the Super Bowl is hard to get into, but if this is their life's mission, let's go as a group and meet our favorite football star. I think it's rather funny. Let's see how this film delivers in regards to its full quality. Yeah, Paramount's releasing this. I generally like what I've seen from them lately. Let's take a look, though, and see how strong 80 for Brady is as a movie. Again, from its only, I believe, initial trailer. All right. I'm excited to see the grouping, though. I mean, I just only mentioned Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin. Sally Field and Rita Moreno. I love her. It's a great group. As good, in my opinion, as Book Club is. With Candice Bergen, Mary Steenburgen, and who's the other one? Diane Keaton. This is strong, too. All right, 80 for Brady. Here we go. Let's take a look at this.
It's time for the 80 for Brady starting line.
Lily Tomlin, Wayne State University.
Rita Moreno.
Are they playing themselves?
132.
Sally Field, Birmingham High School.
Jane Fonda, college dropout.
80 for Brady trailer starts in 3, 2.
I'm not sure. This is quite a decent.
Game's about to start.
There's Tom.
Oh, what a beautiful
We know, Trish. We've all read your Gronk erotica.
It's fan fiction. Very sexy fan fiction.
Aren't you tired of the same old boring lives? Let's go to the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is no place for 4 old women. This could be Tom's last one. He's almost 40. That's like 80 in people years.
Yeah, we're 80 in people years.
I love this. It's great.
I can't believe we're actually here.
Taking this one. He's cute.
So you don't have any tickets?
How much for 4?
10,000.
10,000?
Well, I have a 20 in my strap-on.
That's a fanny pack.
If you wear it like this, it's a strap-on.
Wow.
It is so great to meet you.
This is as funny to me as Book Club.
Krish, I didn't flirt.
he did. There's so much here to do. We could even win these tickets.
This is a spicy wings contest.
Use a little spice.
There's a lot of cameos here.
If you black out, who you want me to call?
An ambulance?
If you did this to give us something to remember, hi, honey, it worked.
Do you think
Oh,
you could
Billy
get
Porter?
us in?
Follow me.
Okay, this thing is loaded. Jane Fonda would be the one getting the guy. She does this in book club too.
Gronk. So big.
Isn't that what friendship is? We face the unknown together.
Let's go, Golden Girls. Come with me.
Hey, what?
No, come on now.
This is going to do very well. I love how it's releasing around the Super Bowl time frame. It's a great release window.
Let's go.
Oh my God, that's Tom Brady.
These are good.
Very good.
Oh, careful, they're high dosage.
High dosage?
Excuse me, I'm looking for someone. I'm Guy Fieri.
That looks so endearing. Oh, I love it. You know, I understand that, at least when I look at these movies and I consider my social circle, this sort of excises me in regards to my interest in, especially among the senior age bracket, gal pal type movies. I think this is so funny, though. I mean, it's so creative from all the cameos, and there's maybe even more than that. Let's see, Guy Fieri, Billy Porter. Well, look at Billy Porter had a pretty substantial role, and Guy Fieri, to be clear on that point as well. Tom Brady, I know, is making an appearance on the side. I think that other lady, I've seen her somewhere, and I don't know where, but she's got a familiar face. Is she like a singer or something? I don't know. Anyway, maybe she's an actress, and maybe she just popped up somewhere. She's got a familiar face. This looks really funny to me. It's so creative, a lot of laughs. It's really pushing boundaries in terms of, I mean, again, I think this is going to do very well for the female crowd, and I would imagine among seniors. I would think. You're looking at the prime bracket there, and again, what Paramount's doing, at least from what I heard, in trying to make it a more approachable release financially. I'm sure everybody appreciates that these days, given, inflation and everything else like that. I think it's a great release. I'm endeared by it. Hey, I'll go by myself even. Well, let's see. The people that I would normally go with, again, are in the younger crowd. I can't think of really many people, though, in my social circle who would want to go see 80 for Brady. Other than me. Maybe someone would. I'm just like, this is my type of movie. I know, I'm a bit isolated when I say that on taste. But who doesn't like a good laugh? And creative scripting, by the way. I love that Golden Girls reference. I love how they worked that in. And some commonalities, like I said, Jane Fonda. I mean, she has a bit of a different look here, and I'm genuinely surprised. In terms of a lineup, like everybody else I could recognize, Jane Fonda has maybe it's just the hair. I think it's a lot of it probably has to do with the hairstyle, but even her face, at least when it appears on screen, she's got a different look to her here. She appears quite younger than I've seen. I like this. I didn't recognize her at first. A lot of surprises though with this movie, but I knew she was in it. But what a wonderful release. She probably loves that. I'm like, oh, you look so young. They kind of all do. At least they have a youthful energy to them. And it's hard for me to not watch this with Lily Tomlin and get Miss Frizzle flashbacks. I think it's great. I'm excited to see 80 for Brady. Like I said, I loved Palms. I love Book Club. 80 for Brady is like right down the line of what I'm looking for in terms of a release. I love a good laugh. And I think in terms of Super Bowl time frame, this will do great. I mean, I don't know necessarily people will be jumping, out of or bailing off of the Super Bowl to go watch this. Maybe some. I mean, again, like I said, I'm not interested in football. There's a couple people in my life that really aren't either. I only pay attention to the trailers for the most part. Maybe I could go the day after. I don't know, this kind of gets me in the mood. Or maybe I'll go ahead of time. I'm not exactly sure, but I want to go see 80 for Brady like right now. I think it's great. And it is in theaters currently, I believe. Or it's going to be in soon. I don't have a date pulled up for this right now. But looks great. I'm excited to see it. I think it's quite a dense movie in terms of laughs and fun. Immediate attraction for me. I'd love to hear your thoughts down below as well. If you're somebody that likes these types of movies, I know, again, I'm a bit isolated, at least in my surroundings of what everybody else is interested in film-wise and genre-wise, but I love this. What Golden Girls fan doesn't? Let me know what your thoughts are down below if you so wish to disclose your perspective. I'm quite charmed by 80 for Brady. I'm jumping to go see it hopefully soon. I'm looking forward to the opportunity. Thank you so much for watching this video. Before you bounce, feel free to drop a like and comment, subscribe to this channel with a ding on the bell, and share this video with your friends. And consider checking out the description here. There you'll find links to my other channels, as well as addresses to my other social media accounts and ways you can help support my work if you feel so inclined. May God bless you, and looking forward to when our paths cross again.